What's up guys, it's Hero here, and today we're going to be reading off the 1.08 update release notes. Now, before those people are like, oh, why are you reading off patch notes? People can just read it. Well, not everybody likes reading patch notes, some people just like to hear it. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it, and I'm one of those people. So yeah, if I ever want to know what the update's about, I can just go back and listen to my own video. Alright, so let's get started. So the loot system has been reworked with the introduction of Rift coins and Rift discs. Basically, they're magical artifacts that give items of various rarity levels. So basically, this would be similar to a loot box system or a loot crate type system. I'm not mad at this. I feel like it's better than nothing. But at the same time, I just hope that you can't spend real money just to get loot. I don't know, I feel like this game is all about earning everything, and if they do add some kind of payment for this, it just kind of defeats that whole Absolver feeling or purpose. At least in my opinion, this game's all about earning, so allowing someone to just throw money at the game is just kind of like eh. The prestige system will give rewards to players beyond 60. Crystals are awarded to each prestige level, which can be used to reassign attribute points and buy rift discs. Prestige levels are also displayed in combat trials, intros, videos. I don't know why they worded it that way, it's kind of weird. But anyways, I'm 1000% ecstatic with this part of the update. I've been wanting to respec my character for so long, and the fact that I couldn't really had me upset. And that's kind of a big reason why I kind of took a break from the game, because I've just been waiting for them to do it. What's also cool about this is, one, you don't have to create a whole nother character if you want to change your specs. You just got to play more PvP and then change, which is pretty cool. On top of that though, this also allows people to have a lot more optimization options, definitely when it comes to like you want to have a glass cannon build, or you want to have a really tanky build, or etc. Yeah, it just adds a lot more variety to the game, because a lot of people can just test around with a lot of things, and then in the future we'll probably actually have some kind of meta going, at least in terms of builds, not combat deck, because the way this game is, you can just have so much variety with your deck and just completely change the game for your opponent. But in terms of build, I think we'll actually have some meta going with that. But yeah, 100% ecstatic for it, and this is something that should have happened, in my opinion, day one, but I'm glad it's here now, and I can't complain about it anymore. I love it. One more thing to talk about that's pretty huge is that they've updated the inventory system with a new sort and salvage feature, basically allowing players to better manage their inventory and convert equipment pieces into fragments, which can then be used to repair equipment, basically converting them from aged into new. Now, a big recommendation for those people who are about to just jump into the game and get rid of a whole bunch of gear, listen to me here, and I highly recommend you do this. So what I want you to do is go in your inventory and look at something that you have two of, and I want you to make sure that one is new and then the other is aged. Now, once you look at the aged version, now you see the stats are a little bit lower than the new version, right? And I want you to really pay attention to the weight, because the weight does go up. It's sometimes dramatic and sometimes it's not. So what I highly recommend is you keep two of both items. So if you have Absolver pants that are ripped, and then you have one that's not ripped, and they're the exact same color and the exact same type, keep it. Once again, I'm basing this more off of fashion as well as just optimization for equipment. We really don't know what's the best type of equipment, and in the future we never know, there may be an equipment change. So if you have two of one item forever and they change equipment, well, guess what, you'll be the guy that has two of everything. So basically you'll end up with the edge of knowing what's better and what's not better, and you know, just more optimization options compared to other people, if that, you know, happens in the future, and just in general as of right now as well. They did add new equipment, which is 4 new sets, 3 new Absolver cloaks, 9 new masks, including 6 Halloween masks that are dropped by the marked ones. So if you're kind of bored right now and you're just watching something, you know, go out PvE the marked ones, and you know, just try to run for the RNG so you can get those new masks, because they actually look pretty freaking cool. Just PvP a little bit and you'll start seeing them, because a lot of people actually have them. There is one that has like a plague doctor feel to it, and there's another one that has like a lit pumpkin, you know, feel to it. So those two I highly want. The others look cool as well though. The 1v1 maps are also now in night mode, which is temporary, but I hope this is actually going to be featured in the game in the future. Just make it more of an RNG factor, so it's like a 50-50 chance of it being night or day, because the maps at night look really cool. It changes the way the game feels. It's epic. They also added a new bald haircut available at the character creation. I don't really have anything to say to that. There are some design updates, which is pretty big. So when it comes to Forsaken, which is basically the only change that really happened, almost all attacks, including thrust attacks, now require specific parry directions to be countered. Exceptions had Drunken, Obvious Slash, and Bare Hands Rush attack for Stagger style. They also did some changes with Rush, which I don't 100% understand what Rush is. I know there's a Rush attack for Stagger style, and I understand it. But are they also talking about sprinting attacks? Because that would actually make sense, but I wish they would call it sprinting attacks rather than rush attacks. I don't know. But if you do know exactly what this means, let me know down in the comment section so I can pin it so everyone will know. They decreased the rush acceleration, closer rush camera, rush attacks increase stun duration, rush attacks decrease knockback. This is what I think it is. It's kind of a good punish for those people who like to sprint away during a fight so they can run off and heal and stuff like that. I've seen that a lot. And if this is what they're, once again, trying to prevent, this is a good fix for sure. They also added a little note. These are the first steps to address fleeing behavior. Rush attacks were intended to counter players fleeing, but until now, the player hit by a rush attack had the ability to basically rush again directly after. Now, with a longer stun and a shorter knockback for the rush attacks and a slower acceleration for the rush, the issue should be less present. Also, the new rush camera is closer to the character, so the player has not the whole vision of their surroundings, and it feeds back more clearly when the character is rushing. I personally think that's fair game for those people who like to run away in certain situations. 100% fair. I like it. The camera position is now lower when closer to the walls. Thank God, so I can actually see what the hell is going on when I'm in a freaking corner. I love it. Oh, shockwave fix. Range 230 centimeters. It's now 280 centimeters, as it was in 1.06. But now a knockback depends on the distance to the caster. Basically from 280 when someone is closer to the caster to 84 when at the limit of the range of the ability. Pretty cool fix. I like it. Makes shockwave a little bit better and a lot more viable. Perfectly fine with that. I use it all the time, so yay for me, I guess. Added rarity levels to all equipment and updated drop rates for Rift coins and Rift discs. Pretty cool. I like it. There are a whole bunch of bug fixes, but I just recommend you go down in the description, click this link yourself, and read those yourself if those bugs actually apply to you. A lot of these bugs I never really encountered, so but overall I like this update. I think it's a pretty good one for sure. I think now all there really is to do is wait for that November update for the 3v3 game mode to be released, because I'm 100% looking forward to that. Like, I can already imagine a whole different series basically playing with other content creators that play Absolver, or basically just, you know, playing with my usual friends that I play with in videos, or people who are just randomly interested in just playing with me in general. I think that'd be a really good way to, you know, play together and stuff like that. Pretty excited, pretty happy. They also gave us something to look forward to in the future, which I'm happy about, which is the 3v3.
So personally, I can't wait for that, but overall 1.08 update was perfect. I think it was a really good step in the right direction, and it definitely shows that they really care about the community, because a lot of the things that people were complaining about, they fixed. So in terms of, does Absolver really actually have a future? I definitely say yes, but it depends on the community to give good feedback and stuff like that. They obviously listen to the community, so to say, you know, oh, this game is so bad, etc., it's really not. It's probably the most different fighting game out there, which, with that being said, it's going to be harder to do fixes for, because it's such a different game. It's not like a rock paper scissors like fighting game, or it's not like Street Fighter Dead or Alive or Tekken or anything like that. It's completely different, so you guys got to give it a lot more of a chance than you would for a AAA fighting game. That's all I really want to say. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy the update as well. If you did, let me know down in the comment section below. And yeah, and hopefully I see you out there in the combat trials. Stay frosty, and there's more to come. Later.